Hey guys, how's it going? My name is always, and welcome back to SevTech Ages. In the last episode, we went to the hunting dimension. We managed to kill some Endermen, get an Ender Pearl, which allowed us to kind of get started into Astral Sorcery. Now we haven't done much with that, but we are getting very, very close to going to the Twilight Forest, which is something I've been looking forward to because, well, I like the Twilight Forest, and I've never really done it like the intended way. I almost always have flight by the time I get there. So we're gonna have to actually go through the Twilight Forest, which is it should be fun. But before we can do that, we need to go to the Beneath again, and I figured I'd bring you guys in for this because the Beneath is, well, dangerous to say the least. We need to go find some aquamarine. So here we are in the Beneath. I kind of wonder if the mobs have changed or anything like that. And then we also need to, I need to remember, let's see, age 1. Beneath, top of the caves is aquamarine. Well, that's terrifying. So we need to go up if we want to live. So between episodes, I made a bunch of bread, and I don't know if we have. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've been in here. I don't know if we have a place to gather up aquamarine or what. But we need a bunch. The more we can get, the better off we'll be. So this doesn't look promising. It does go further up. And right, we can't see anything about like heights or anything like that. So oh man, the Beneath is gigantic. So let's work our way upwards. Now we have to remember we need to stay in the light. If we don't, we take damage and could easily die. Now there's some really cool tricks to kind of deal with that, but hey, there's some aquamarine. So let's go ahead and just grab a couple little bits of aquamarine, and we'll call it for now. That should be enough. I don't want to take too much. I don't want to spend too much time looking for aquamarine. Later, we're gonna come back here with much better gear to kind of handle this. There's a really cool trick we can use. It's not even really a trick. There's a really cool item we can get that will help us collect stuff, and eventually, like, we'll want to get like a hammer even. Oh my gosh! Please just break already. Something that allows us to mine more, mine faster, all that kind of fun stuff. But the Beneath is kind of awful, and I don't like it. And then the other problem is we might want to end up moving the portal because I don't want to have to walk all the way down to the old base. Do I see any? It's really hard to tell. It's so... my window is currently open, the blind, so it's really hard to see if there's anything, because I've got a little bit of a glare on my screen. We need to go down just a little bit farther. There we go. We'll just do that, and let's get out of here. We don't really need anything else right now. So, what do we get? 25 aquamarine. That should be enough to kind of hold us over for now. Rock crystal is a lot easier to get, so if we can use rock crystals in place of aquamarine, 100% we're doing that. I'm not even questioning that. But this should be enough to allow us to actually get into the Twilight Forest today, which is what I want to do. I want to go to the Twilight Forest. I want to start working towards progression where you still haven't got bows. That might be something we want to change sooner rather than later. That just requires us to fight the totemic boss, and honestly shouldn't be that much of an issue. But yeah, I might want to move the beneath portal at some point, and I believe that will actually change where the portal in the beneath is located. So we're gonna have to like secure it again and all that kind of fun stuff. But blood magic would actually allow us to do some really cool things. All right, let's sleep. Whoops. So actually no. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, same horse. I kind of forgot. We're gonna need we're gonna need night for the Astral Sorcery stuff. But in the meantime, we can at least start working towards a little bit of what we need to do. So let's switch to wild berries for food for now. Making a bunch of bread was actually really nice, but eventually we're gonna need to get more and more food. It's a bit of a pain, but let's get into what we need. So in order to get to the Twilight Forest, we're going to need water for one. We're going to need a 2x2 pool of water, and we're going to put this over with the other portals. Hey, there's a piranha. You don't see those as often anymore, or at least I don't. I've been seeing them a little bit more now, which is interesting, but they had been pretty rare for a while. Oh well. I don't know if it was bugged or whatnot. I actually have not updated the pack to the current, like, current version. That's the word, version. Just because I don't typically like updating the packs while I'm like mid playing them, because I don't want things to get like erased and whatnot. And I know I should just put in grab some like why am I struggling with words today? I should just back up the save and all that kind of fun stuff, but meh, whatever. Anyways, we need Starmetal ore. And to get Starmetal ore, we're going to need 2 stone, iron cluster, 2 stardust, which we've been getting from breaking the rock crystal, the samples on the surface. We're going to need, was it 2 stone? 2 stone. 2 stone. And what else? We're going to need an iron cluster, which we have. And we're going to need both nocturnal powder and illumination powder. Now this is pretty bad stuff, all in all, to gather. Now there is a really cool thing we can do later. The starlight transmutation with a lens, we can make one of these pretty easily. Actually is really cheap, and then we can turn blocks into other blocks, but we can't get iron ore. Except we can. You'll see soon enough, but that's something we can consider doing if we need a lot of star metal. But we need nocturnal powder, so we're going to need lapis and coal. Do I actually have... Okay, I do have a little bit of lapis. I think it was 2 coal, so we're going to need illumination powder and nocturnal powder. So nocturnal powder is 2 coal, a lapis, a black dye. So we're gonna need black lotus or an ink sac. Okay, I have an ink sac. We can go grindstone this. That'll be simple enough. And then we're going to need the illumination powder, which requires some sand, aquamarine, gunpowder, and glass. So nothing too difficult there. If we have some actual glass, that would be the easiest way to do this. Otherwise, we can get the piles of sand, and I believe we can get glass shards either from breaking glass, or looks like we can also get it from piles of sand. So 2 pieces of sand, we'll cook half of them up. Is there any way we can get... Hey, we can get coal pieces. Good. So there's that. We're going to need an aquamarine and gunpowder. So all in all, we have everything we need. It's just a matter of making it. And then what we're going to need to do, let's go ahead. I have some oxeye daisies. It doesn't matter what kind of flowers. And then we're also going to, real quick, repair our pick. Perfect. So it doesn't actually matter what kind of flowers, but there's a ton of oxeye daisies and blue orchids around. So those are going to be kind of the ones we're going to use. But I think right over here, let's make this. Is there a cave underneath here? Is there a cave entrance nearby? One of these days we're also going to have to figure out if we want to have animals up here, where we're going to put them. But anyways, right here we're going to go ahead and just fill this in. I guess let's put it like right here. Yeah, there's a cave underneath there. I really kind of want to go in and try to clear it out, because I did hear an Enderman. Or am I hearing him from the hunting dimension? Alright, let's just go here and just... I'm just listening to the sounds. I think this portal might be making the mob sounds. It is. Okay. Anyways. We have this ready to go. We don't need the corners, I don't believe, but why not? And then we're going to need 4 buckets of water, so let's get some more dirt, fill this in just a little bit, do a little bit of terraforming, but I believe, yeah, we've got to have all 4 filled with water. So for the sake of quickness, let's grab our other bucket and let's grab that off and we'll put the lid in here. Cool. So we'll get this ready to basically go to the Twilight Forest. We'll want to bring our atlas along, I do believe. But we'll see. So there's that, and we just need 1 more bucket, which we'll bring over once we have the star metals. So it is getting close to night. We're pretty much ready to go to Twilight Forest, at least to begin with. There is a lot of stuff to do at the Twilight Forest, but let's clean up our inventory just a little bit. And grab the glass. Alright. So we should be able to come up here. We need our resonating wand. I need to remember that every time we do anything with Astral Sorcery. We're going to need this guy. And yeah, this should be fine. So we'll head up here to where we built the big illumination thing last time, this guy. And first thing we need to make is the illumination powder. So piles of sand, aquamarine, glass goes in the corners, and there we go. So I have no idea how much this is going to require, but we are getting some starlight during the day. And then we need this stuff. We're going to walk away from that for a second and put the black dye away. But yeah, once it's night, we're going to get a ton more starlight, which is good. Being up as high as we are will help with that. But it's not something that's super duper important, really. But eventually we will do a lot of really cool things. We'll make some cool toys to help us with everything. But there is the illumination powder, so we need 5 of those in total. So 2 coal, black, lapis, and 1 of those will make the nocturnal powder, which this stuff is used just for that. Eventually we'll want to use... We're probably going to need a lot of things. Ooh, the celestial gateways. Those are going to be useful later. So now we need, these are in the corner. This is in the center. I think it's something like this. No. Illumination powder. Iron cluster, star metal, illumination powder, nocturnal powder. I just seem to be getting lag. Why is that not working? Nocturnal, illumination powder, stardust. Okay, now it is. Evidently just needed some more moonlight, starlight, whatever. Can we see any of the constellations we know about yet? We only know about 1 constellation, just because constellation paper is stupidly expensive right now. But eventually that should be better. But we will have most of what we need here in a second. There we go. So we have the Starmetal Ingot. Let's go ahead and sleep. Get rid of the night. And it's off to the Twilight Forest with us. So... want to make sure there's no mobs around. Especially creepers. I don't want creepers to like blow up my base. Make all this stuff that looks so nice look so bad. But we just need to smelt this up to get the star metal, and then we should be good to go. So I'm going to throw this in there. We have a light well full of the liquid starlight. We're probably going to need a lot of that later, but for right now, it's fine. So, cool. That is completed now. All we need to do is we need to get to the Ergas Tower and get a Carmite reactor, or we can make one ourselves, and then we're going to need a piston. So I want to show off the recipes for those before we go off exploring. That sheep scared me. So pistons and Carmite, Carmenite. Sorry, that's what it's called, reactor. So the reactor is requires redstone ore, which is kind of hard to get. Carbonite, which requires borer essence and redstone and gas tiers, which we get that, I guess, from the Twilight Forest, and encased tower wood, which is Twilight Forest. It's going to be easier just to find those and break them and take them ourselves. Otherwise, pistons require octane. Actually, that's not bad. We can make pistons. But we can also find pistons. So it's a question of how difficult do we want things to be. So let's go to the Twilight Forest. We have some food. We have plenty of bread. We just need to do that and stand back, throw that in there. Why isn't the portal forming? Why is it floating? Come on, do the thing. Oh. We don't actually have flowers all the way around it. Whoops. So you need to have flowers all the way around this. 2x2 of water, which when you have in normal kind of Twilight Forest stuff, the water would be just a 2x2, just 2 blocks of water. We'll make an infinite spring, but now let's stand back a little bit, throw that in, and it gets lightninged, and we go to the Twilight Forest. So that unlocks a new tab, and oh boy, is the Twilight Forest going to be fun. So it's going to take a while. It's got to generate stuff. I will warn you right away, this might be laggy. I don't know, but we'll see. And hopefully it's not too bad. But Twilight Forest is a lot of fun. Like I said last episode, I think. Was it this episode? I've recorded the last episode and this episode kind of together. I'll be honest. But I've never done the Twilight Forest in the traditional sense of going and being underpowered. Most of the time when people go through the Twilight Forest, they already have flight. I haven't actually went through the Twilight Forest in a long time, so it should be a lot of fun. But it's also going to be kind of scary because, well, we're going to have to do a lot of combat, and we're not going to have the best of materials to do combat. We need to get to the Urghast. The Urghast Tower is kind of the key to progression, and once we do that, we are pretty much ready to... Ooh, I don't like this spawn. Hey, rainbow sheep. Well, okay, not rainbow, but there's a hill. Alright, so, first things first, I want to see... Haha! We're going to put our home portal right there. And before we do anything else, I don't want to fall down that, so we're going to just extend this just a little bit. Just so it's a little safe. So, yeah, welcome to the Twilight Forest. This place is in perpetual twilight, hence the name, but it's actually not that bad of a place. So, most of the mobs will be underground, and there are some new mobs to deal with. Let's grab some torchberries. Kobolds. Ow. Our helmet broke. I didn't realize our helmet was that low. Alright, so there is a bunch of sheep here. So where do we get started? I guess the first thing to talk about here is we need to find some ravens, eat all of the foods exclusive to Twilight Forest. We need to find some different things. So the neat thing about the Twilight Forest is it is perpetual kind of twilight, but at the same time, mobs don't really spawn above ground, just kind of where they normally are. Let's go this way. There's going to be ravens over here. Whenever you find a lapis, whoops. Whenever you find lapis on top of, it's usually obsidian. That doesn't look like obsidian. What is that? Basalt. You'll find ravens. And why do you want ravens? Well, raven feathers. I got shot at. I don't know where. Oh, right there. Ow. Stop it. We didn't get any raven feathers, so there is another raven over here. I realize that a lot of recipes are probably changed, but we'll try to live with it. So, oh my gosh, please die already. All right, we didn't get anything. We're gonna need a raven's feather, but we also need glowstone dust. That's something we don't have access to right now. So yeah, and the short of it is the Twilight Forest, we do have access to the normal ores generation, so like we could dig down and all that kind of stuff, but these are hollow hills. Hollow hills are really dangerous, but also very lucrative. These have actual ores, as well as, I believe, spawners and whatnot. So, really good to find those. That is a kobold. And then these guys are lighting each other on fire for some reason. There is a chest here. And we're going to take all of it, including the chest. Alright, cool. So there is actual ores in here. I think... I was about to say, I think there's spawners. Yeah, there are. Alright, let's get out of there. And... cool. So... oh boy. We really need some more armor. We have some steel leaf. We have a new iron pickaxe in case we need it. We probably won't, but just in case. And yeah, so we got another achievement, killing a redcap. That means we can kill redcap sappers in medium hollow hills. So this is a small one. Let's head out. I saw there's a structure over here. So the way the structures work in the Twilight Forest is they are periodic, based on like, oh, how do I want to say this? Oh, cool, we get the raven's feather. Torchberry and firefly. And then we just need a bunch of paper of some sort. Ooh, advanced mapping. So that's something we're gonna need, but that is in-game stuff. So can we make paper easily? Pulp. We need glue and sawdust. Yeah, we can. Alright, so we might want to do that sooner rather than later. That's weird. So what do we have over on this side? It's a big forest. We're going to have to do a lot of exploring. Firefly jars. I think those are light sources. And I don't think we're going to be able to get far over here. Actually, I don't know. This looks like another hollow hill. I don't know what type, but I don't really want to find out. Let's get a firefly. So firefly, torchberries, and a raven's feather gives us the magic map focus, which we just need to make the magic map. That'll be later. Yeah, so I don't know what this biome is. It doesn't look familiar. It doesn't look like anything that I really need right now. So we're gonna leave this area. That is a gigantic hole. I should probably be careful about that kind of stuff. But yeah, we're gonna have to do quite a bit of exploration. Most of the things that we're gonna need are relatively common. Like that. That's actually, I think, the first thing we need to do. That is a Naga courtyard thing. So we need to kill the Naga. And I have a funny feeling, at least as we are right now, that would not go well. But yeah, so we have a Naga. If you don't know what a Naga is, it's a giant snake. Not something that's super duper dangerous, but we might want to get a little bit more prepared for this stuff. So I will tell you guys what. Let's head back to the overworld, which our portal is right over here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna fight the totemic boss. Now we have decent armor, and we're doing this much later than we were supposed to. So it might not be bad. It might not be something that we need to cheese. Although I've heard the totemic boss is very difficult. We'll see though. So let's drop off some stuff. Let's go ahead and make some paper so we can make the magic map. And then some mob drops. We can put the chest down somewhere. Don't really care. Let's just put things. All those are mob drops. That is a block. Okay, so pretty much everything we're gonna need. So we need some sawdust. So I want to make the magic map. And we're gonna need 8 paper. So that's 8 pulp. So we're gonna need 4 glue. And 12 sawdust. Alright, so steel leaf goes in here. Steel leaf does make really good armor and weapons and whatnot. It's all enchanted already, so that might be something we want to look into sooner rather than later. We'll see. And mob drops, cool. So let's switch this around. I know that I have some glue somewhere. Let's just search for the glue. We have 4 glue. Perfect. So let's get this set up. 1, 2, 3. Give it some water. Stir it. And we'll have the pulp. So 1, 2, 3. And stir it. We're probably going to need to get more water sooner rather than later. I'll do that between episodes. One, two, three. And stir. So we get the paper. We can get access to the magic map, which will let us see kind of where everything is much easier. And all in all, it's like just better to have. But I think what we're going to want to do is fight Baycock, which was a tutorial age thing. So yeah, we've been putting that off for a while. Still have all the drying racks back here. We're going to put those with the Tinker stuff later, but for now, this is fine. So that will dry into paper. So we need our totemic stuff. We're also going to need a helmet. So how bad would it be to make an iron? It's just plates. Do we want that? I don't know. We should have... I mean, we could make another dog head helmet. Or wolf head. That's one. And a little bit of toughness. I think, honestly, iron might be better. And then our boots have seen better days. So can we make 9 iron plates? So let's just get this block of iron and grab our stone mallet. And just a matter of hitting all this and making new armor. To go and get more iron is not that much of a problem. Like, it's pretty easy. So I'm not worried about that. And we can put that in there. And I have way too much iron on me, but whatever. So it's just helmet and boots. The rest of our armor is actually doing pretty well. So it's nice. Anyways, let's throw those in there. We have blocks. We'll put this in here unless... Oh, nope, all the paper's ready. So let's just pick it all up. Cool. So with that, let's go ahead and make the magic map, and we'll use it once we get into the Twilight Forest again. But I want to get a bow. So we'll just put that in there. Paper for now. We had some paper, but not enough. Alright. Let's head nowhere. Let's grab our totemic stuff. And I need the Totemopedia. So ceremonies, chimes of death. Haha, Baycock. So attacking with invisible arrows. You will be able to get his bow, among other things. Any arrows fired are visible only to the wielder. So wind chime and an eagle bone whistle. Okay, so this is going to take a little bit longer than I had planned, because we need to get the eagle bone whistle. So what we should do instead is go back to the Twilight Forest, and you know what? I think we can take on the Naga. The Naga should not be that difficult. I've never fought the Naga, like vanilla-esque, with an iron sword and whatnot, so we'll see how it goes, but what's the worst that could happen other than our death? So if we use the magic map in here, you can see, let's switch them. No. You can see that we can see, like, that direction is the knights. There is a lich in that direction, which let's just walk over this way. It's fine, and you guys can kind of see that is a tree. Let's just walk over here. And then there's another Naga. The snowy biome is to the southwest. But we should be coming up on a Lich Tower. The Lich is the second thing that we'll fight. So right there is the Lich Tower. But the thing is we can't actually get to it. It is protected until we defeat the Naga. So we have to defeat a Naga, it doesn't matter which one, before we can access any of the Liches. Now once we defeat one, we can access all of the Liches, so that's fine. Now between, you can see there's kind of a grid of the like the Liches and the Nagas and all the other things. Between them are minor points of interest. So for example, right there is a hollow hill. And so that's how it works. There is a grid of the important things, and there is a interlocking grid of the lesser points of interest. So it's kind of cool. It makes it easy to find things. If you want to find something new, just go in a single direction for a while and you will find it. If you go from a point of interest. So this is the Naga. We need to get in here. And the Naga should spawn in the center. There it is. And doesn't look like it's really doing all that much. But it is going to attack us. But doesn't really do much damage. Mostly kind of fall damage. We can block it with our shield, and it's about halfway dead. So this isn't too bad. Now I know for a fact the Lich is also not that difficult. Oh my gosh. Come on. Let's eat. Come on. Take damage. I'm also gonna grab these all of these things. So it looks like the Naga is gonna not really hit harder, but definitely knock back more once you've kind of done some damage. But all in all, like, it's not that bad. Just kind of more annoying to hit it than anything. Come on. There we go. The Naga is defeated. So we have some Naga scales. We have a bunch of sickly Twilight Oak saplings, the Naga trophy, and Epic Shader. Don't care about that. So we're just gonna look around here if there's anything else we want. The Naga always spawns in the middle-esque area, middle-ish kind of area, whatever. But yeah, there's only one in here. The Naga scales, we can make Naga armor, which has fire protection and protection. That would be really good. We might look into that. But if we want more, we'll have to get some more Naga wood, mangrove wood, mouse patch. Cool. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. So if we take a look, we need to craft both Naga Scale Chest and Leg Armor. Next is to go to the Lich, so we can get the Scepter, so we can clear out the poisonous mosquitoes from the swamp, see through the blinding darkness of the dark forest's curse, and resist the snow forest chill. So it does a lot of different things, but basically need to get to we need to get through a lot of this stuff, and it's very much not going to walk us through completely, but if we want to, no, evidently not. The normal achievements are turned off, right? So it's fine. I know for the most part what to do, so it's not going to be too much of a problem. But next time, what we're going to do is, I think what I want, before we head back to the Twilight Forest and do more work here, or there rather, at this point, we are going to fight Baycock, and finish Totemic up, as far as that goes, and get access to ranged weaponry. So, that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We got a lot done. Twilight Forest is now, well, what we can start working on. And with the Naga Trophy, we can place this anywhere we want, if we want to, and go from there. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!